Good Thursday morning, guys. It is the end of the week. We only have next week lessons and then 2 days the week after to come pick up, and we are done. That is crazy, you guys. This morning we are going to start off with journal. So they're going to journal the caterpillars because I am so excited. The caterpillars have moved to the top of the lid. They are hanging down and they are gonna go into chrysalis today. I'm really sad because I kind of want to keep the document camera in front of them and record all day so that we can watch them, but then I can't teach. So maybe as soon as I need it for assessment. So I wish I had a second one. But here is what the caterpillars are doing right now as we speak. They have fully moved to the top of the lid. They are hanging upside down, all except for one. This guy over here on the side is getting ready to hang upside down. So there is 4 of them hanging and one of them just hanging out right now until he decides to hang upside down. So I am really excited. So in your journal, you're going to draw a picture of this. Put today's date. We have had the caterpillars for, let's see, I got them last Wednesday, so for 8 days now. So 8 days after we got those little tiny caterpillars, they are this big and they are finally hanging upside down, ready to go into chrysalis. So go ahead and journal this. Draw a picture of the container. You can draw a picture of the food, even though it's messy, messy, messy. And then draw the caterpillars hanging upside down. And if you can use the word chrysalis, which is in our papers, then that is amazing. Good job. I'm so proud of you. So that is our journal entry for today. And then maybe if you want to make a prediction of when do you think they're going to come out of the cocoon. Maybe you want to guess that they'll come out of the cocoon in 7 days. Maybe you'll want to guess they come out in 2 days. But try to use the information from our book on when you think they're going to come out of the cocoon. And I think our book says 7 to 14 days. Mrs. Heather said 7 to 10 days. So I would use that as best judgment and try to guess a number around there for when they're going to come out of the cocoon. For Bible this morning, we're doing our craft for Lazarus. And so our craft looks like this. So you were given a toilet paper roll and some googly eyes and half of a plate. I'm sorry the plates were small. That's all I had at school. And I didn't want to run to the store and make parents wait longer. You can paint it brown at home if you want to. I'm just going to color mine with marker to make it look like a rock. And so it's going to be Lazarus coming out of the tomb. And you can wrap toilet paper or paper towel around him because he was wrapped when he died, and he was buried wrapped, kind of like a mummy. And then I gave you guys googly eyes. I apologize for those of you who had to get, I think, green googly eyes. That might look a little scary, but I'm sorry. We used all the googly eyes I had in the class for this. So that was the last of the googly eyes until I get more. So we're going to make this craft, and then our Bible verse for this week was going to, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. Philippians 3:14. So that's going to pick up our Bible lesson today. And it's going to be pretty long, so it's going to be a pretty good craft. And then in math, we're going to learn all about the dime. So we're going to do our All About a Dime book. We're going to color it. A dime is silver. It's worth 10 cents. This is what the front looks like. This is what the back looks like. We do have our poem for that as well. Let me pull that up. You actually have to be on that unit to pull that up. And we're going to talk about how a dime is 10 cents. So we're going to count by tens. Instead of, yesterday we were counting by fives for nickels. Today we're going to count by tens for dimes. This is what a dime looks like. Please notice how the face is different, how the back is different. That's how we can tell it's different from a dime or from a nickel. And also, I'm going to show you guys in comparison a nickel and a dime in real life. So 1 second. Our poem is dime, dime, little and thin. I remember you're worth 10. And then I don't know if I showed the nickel poem yesterday. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. And then we also reviewed our penny poem. Penny, penny, easily spent. Copper brown and worth 1 cent. So just these cute little rhymes to help them remember how much those coins are worth. And then I was showing them, and hopefully my kids didn't move my money over here. Oh no, they didn't. Good. So I was showing them yesterday the difference between a nickel and a penny. So a penny is copper brown, a nickel is silver. The penny has Abraham Lincoln on it, and then the nickel has, I believe it's Jackson, and I didn't look it up, but I believe it's Jackson, and I really should go look. Or Adams. Ooh, now I gotta think really hard. I don't know. I'd have to go look. And then we were looking at how thick, like how a nickel is thicker than a penny, and how a nickel's just a little bit bigger than a penny. So now let's compare it to a dime, because a dime is also silver, but the president is different. And Miss Heather definitely has to go look. Presidents on coins. So I'm going to teach them the wrong thing entirely. So, oh, Jefferson's on the nickel. See, I'm so horrible. And then Roosevelt is on the dime. Oh, that's horrible, Miss Heather. So Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, and then Franklin Roosevelt. All right, so comparing the dime to the nickel, though, the dime is a lot smaller, and the dime is also a lot thinner. So, and then the dime has ridges and the nickel doesn't. But I remember reading something about it, like that when they were making the nickel, something about the machines, or because people were shaving money, so they started putting ridges on it. I don't remember. I remember reading something strange about why some of them have the ridges and why others don't. Maybe they're just that old, the ridges have rubbed off. I don't remember. I'm going to look it up, though, later. So that is those comparing the coins. We're going to cut out our dimes and put them in our wallet. So yesterday we cut out our pennies and our nickels and put them inside of our wallet. So what that looks like is just this. All of our pennies are in here behind where it says penny. All of our nickels, oops, that one keeps closing on me. All of our nickels are right in here where it says nickels. And then today we're going to cut out dimes. Did I cut mine out already? Yes. And put them in here behind where it says dime. And then we still have our cheat sheets, the 10 cents, the pictures on here. So they can use these during math to compare. Because today's math sheet, you're going to be counting on pennies, nickels, and dimes. So yesterday we just did nickels and pennies. We were counting on to see if we had 3 or 1 nickel and 3 pennies, how much money do we have? If we have, and we just used our fake money in here. If we have 1 nickel and 4 pennies, how much do we have? So today, oh no, today you're just counting dimes. So I'm sorry. So today on 15.3, you are just counting how many dimes are in the coin purse. We are counting by 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 40 cents. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70 cents. And then on the back or separate is addition problems 15.3. For literacy, we're going to read our Nat Geo Kids Caterpillar to Butterfly. We are going to do our last day of the Very Hungry Caterpillar. And then we also used Nat Geo Kids Butterflies, which is available on YouTube. It's 1 minute, 34 seconds. It's really short. We used that yesterday as well. Today we're going to label the parts of our butterfly. We have antenna, wing, eye, thorax, and then we're also going to do the butterfly life cycle on the back. So we're going to cut out these pages from here, and we're going to glue them in here in order of the life cycle. And then we have our ELA skill checklist, our little end of the unit assessment to see how much we have learned. So that, which I just closed Kinderlit, didn't I? Miss Heather. Horrible. So this one's going to be a sight word. So for the sight word, I'm going to choose, let's see, whip, whip. So next to the tiger, please write the word whip. And then what do they want next to the car? Let me go open it again. I literally just closed it and I feel so silly that I did that. I was like, oh, I don't need it open. I have so many tabs open. And then of course I forgot I do need it open. And I have to go all the way down to butterfly unit. Try to find it. Flowers. Butterflies. Okay. And where is our paper? Here it is. So next to the zebra, write the word car. So write the word car. Next to the monkey, change the beginning sounds in bat to the sound k. So change the word bat to the k sound in the beginning. What new word do you have? And then next to the lion, circle the picture that shows what step comes after the caterpillar. So after it is a caterpillar, what is the step that happens in the life cycle? I also have questions for today's reading. So number 1, what is important about after the egg turns into a caterpillar? The answer is chrysalis. Number 2, why must the butterflies migrate from Canada to Mexico and back again? Which we talked about yesterday when we did our listen and draw. Number 3, what kind of instincts were we born with? Number 4, what kind of food do butterflies eat? Oh, that's it. Dun, 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 dun. And then that is it for this week. We are done, and you guys have a wonderful weekend. There will be no packets this weekend because we made all the packets last weekend, and I emailed everything over. So have a great weekend. You should still have all of the supplies. There's still some stuff in the Ziploc bag that is for next week, so please just hang on to it. Yeah, have a great weekend, guys.